Hello everyone. In this particular series, we are going to see all the common question which is generally asked in data engineer interview. Whenever you will appear for any data engineer interview, you will see a question related to the SQL, you will see question related to the Python, PySpark, you will see question related to the ETL, you will see question related to the big data technology. All the things we will try to cover in this particular series. So let's start. As this is the first video, in this video I have a 5 question, all the coding question, but we will also try to cover the theoretical question in our upcoming video. So let's see what are the question we have in this video and what are the question we are going to solve. So I have a 2 question related to the SQL, 2 question related to the Python, 1 question related to the PySpark, and these are the question we are going to solve one by one. So let's start. Our first question is like find out the running total sales. So what generally happens, they will give you table like this. So you can see this is a sales table. Here we have a sales ID, sales date and the amount. And what they will say write a query and to find out the running total, or they will say write a query to find out the cumulative sales, how to calculate the cumulative sales, how to calculate the running total, and for that you have to write a query. Generally they will say open a notepad and write a query, but as of now I am using a Databricks because here we can create we can write a SQL query, we can write a Python code, and also we can write a PySpark, so it will be easy. So that's why I am using a Databricks. So I have created one table, and our first question is like find out the running total and the cumulative sales. What is the running total and the cumulative sales means? Suppose this is the data they have given, and what they will say to find out the total amount. So what is the cumulative and the total means? Suppose on the 1st of September we have a amount 1000, right? So this will be a 1000, and after on 2nd of September we have a 2000, right? Then what we have to do? We have to do 1000 plus 2000. Then how it will be? This will be a 3000, right? Then in this 3rd of September, what is the total amount we have? 1000 plus 2000 plus 1500, right? This all we have to sum. 2000, 3000, 4500. And in the 4th of September, what will be the total running cumulative sales? You can see 1000 plus 2000 plus 1500 plus 3000 means all we have to do a sum. So this will be a 7500. So this is how actually we calculate the running total. How actually it will help you? It will help you if you will see only the 4th of September data, right? It will tell you till 4th of September we have a total amount that is a 7500. Till 3rd of September we have a total amount that is a 4500. And this we have to achieve with the help of the query. How to write a query for that? I'll open a Databricks. This is a table I have created. Now let's write a query for that. So what you have to write? I want to create a new column. So I will write select star, comma, and what I will write? Sum. Which particular column? Amount is nothing but a sales for us. Sum of amount. And this is the I am using one window function, sum of amount over, and what I will write? Order by sales date. Sale date we have a column, right? Sale date from ascending to the descending. This is the new column I am creating, and I am giving the name as a running total from sales table. So let me execute and let me show you how actually I will get it. Now you can see what is happening. We have created a new column running total, and what actually it is doing? You can see 1st of September we have a total amount that is a 1000. From 2nd September we have a total amount that is a 3000, 1000 plus 2000. Till 3rd of September we have a total that is a 4500. Till 4th of September we have a total that is a 7500. So like this actually we can do the running total, or we can calculate the cumulative sales. So if they will say to write a query to find out the cumulative sales, or if they will say running total, both are same, and this is how actually we can write a query. Now the second question is like find out the second or the third highest salary. So this kind of the question generally comes where they will ask you have to write a query to find out the third highest salary person, or they will say you have to write a query to find out who is the second highest salary person. Then you have to write a query. In this case you can see we have a 1000, 2000, 1500, 3000, right? You have to calculate who is the third highest amount person. Third highest amount person, you have to write a query for that. Then how actually you can write that? So what I will use a Windows function here. I'll write a SQL query only. To write a SQL query, what I will mention, percent SQL select. We have a sales table. I will show you. Select star from sales. This is the table. Now what I will do, first I will create one row number. I'll use a row number. I'll try to give the rank based on their highest salary to the lowest salary. I am writing select star row number over, and I will write based on their amount. Amount is nothing but sales, right? Amount descending. So based on their highest amount to the lowest amount, I am assigning a rank. So what I am using, row number over order by amount descending from sales. Now if I will execute this column name I will give as a rank. So what actually I have done, I have written a one query. What this query will do, this query will assign a rank. So you can see the highest amount is 3000, right? So it assigned a rank 1, the second highest assigned rank 2, third highest assigned rank 3, fourth highest assigned rank 4. Now if they will say you have to find out who is the second highest salary person or highest amount person, then what you have to do, here you have to just filter where rn equal to the 2. Then what will happen, you will get the result who is the second highest person. If they will say to find out the third highest salary person, if you will filter rn equal to 3, you will get the result. So let's try to do. So how actually you can filter, I will use a cte here with cte s. I will with cte I am using, I'll just close it, and here I will write select star from CTE where Rn equal to 3. If I'll write Rn equal to 3, I'll get the who is the third highest amount person. You can see sales ID 3, this is the third highest amount person. If I'll write a Rn equal to the 2, I'll get the who is the second highest amount person. You can see sales ID 2, this is the highest amount person. So like this actually we can calculate. So if they will say second, then you can mention second. If they will mention third, then you can mention third. So you can see with the help of the row number you can assign a rank, and after that you can filter like this. Now next is the Python related question, and here they are saying like we have to reverse a list without using a inbuilt function. Like if you will use a inbuilt function like reverse, then also this whole list will be reversed. But sometimes they say like don't use a inbuilt function, you have to write a code in a Python. Then how actually we can use, we can write a for loop. So what I will write, for I in range length nums, let me write a code first, -1 -1, and if I'll do print I, let me execute and let me show you what actually happening. So you can see these are the index I am getting. So what actually I have written for I in range length num -1. So whatever the length is there, right, total length -1 I am doing. Total length is 5. Total length is 5. 5 minus 1 we are getting 4. So it will start from a 4. -1, this is the ending. It will go till -1. It will start from 4, it will go till -1, and this is the step -1. So you can see step, it is starting from 4, then it is doing -1, 3, -2, then -1, then 0. So like this actually it is giving. Now if I'll write a nums here, and if I'll print nums I, and if I'll show you, you can see 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 we are getting, right? Now what I will do, I will just try to append it. A dot append, and we'll create one list also. List is A, we have to create and we will store there. A dot append. Now if I'll print the A here, what will happen? You can see the list got reversed. So what actually we are doing, this is the list which has given. I am using a for loop. So I am starting from the last to this, and I am just appending into the new list, and I am getting the result. So like this actually we can write. There are different ways, you can also follow your own approach, but this is a one of the approach. Next question is like find the duplicate element in the list. So this is the list given. You can see multiple duplicate values are there. You can see 2 is repeated 2 times, 1 is repeated multiple times. So you have to find out what are the duplicate element which is present. And here also you do not have to use an inbuilt function. Then how actually you can write, I will create one kind of the dictionary first. and after that what I will write, for I in, I'll try to loop it, for I in nums, and here I will check if I in D. If I is already in D, then what I will do, di plus 1. Let me write a code, then I will explain you. Di plus equal to 1, else di equal to 1, equal 1. Now let me print the D first. So what actually I am doing, I am creating one dictionary. You can see for each, I am iterating each values, and I am checking if the value, is presenting two times, right? If the presenting is multiple time, then I am doing a plus equal to the 1. So you can see first time it is printed 1 as a 1, but second time when it came right, it is doing plus equal to 1, means you can see 1 is present at two times. Now let me add one more 1 here. Now in this case what will happen, it will show you, you can see 1 is present 3 times. So di plus equal to the 1 means for each number how many time it is present, for that actually I have written a code. So you can see 1 is present 3 times, 2 is present 2 times, 3 is present 1 time, 4 is present 1 time. So I am creating one dictionary, and there I am storing how many times the number is present. Now in this dictionary, if I'll write like this, for key value in d dot items, this dictionary I am looping, and if I say if value is greater than 1, if value is greater than 1, then I want to store into a one list. Let's create one list name as a. If value is greater than 1, then I will append into the a dot append. What do I want to append? I want to append the key, because key is this number, right? This is the key, and value is this, how many time it has repeated. Now if I'll execute and if I'll show you a, you will get only those results. You can see 1 and 2, these are the duplicate value. So what actually I am doing, first with the help of, first I am creating one dictionary, and how many times this number is repeating I am trying to store into the dictionary, and after that I am saying, I am iterating the dictionary, and I am saying if the number of time, if the 1 is present more than one time, then append into the list all the, any of the value, any of the element which is present multiple times, then append into this particular list, and you can see 1 and 2, these are the duplicate values. So like this actually we can calculate. There are multiple ways, you can also follow your own approach. Next is the sales by product per month. So this is a PySpark. So they have given one of the data frame. You can see in this data frame we have a month, product, and the sales. And what they are saying, like, we have to find out the sales by product per month, means we should get the output like this. So you can see we have a month column. In a month, January, Feb, and March will come. You can see this is the actual data frame we have, and what we have to achieve, we have to achieve this. So we will have a one column month, and there only one record like Jan, month, and March will come. And in the product you can see whatever the product here we have, right, mobile, laptop. For that we want to create a separate column like laptop and the mobile. So this is what, and whatever the total sales, right, that we have to do. So what actually we want in a January, what is the total sales for the laptop, what is the total sales for the mobile, that is what output actually we want in this particular format. Then how actually we can write a code for this in a PySpark. So what I will write, df dot group by, we want to group based on the month, and after that you can see this value, as of now it is in a row, right, we want in the form of the column. Then what actually we have to use, we have to use a pivot, which particular column, product column, mention the product, and what we have to find out, we have to find out the sum of sales. And if you want to see the result, dot so if you will do and execute, what will happen, you will get the result. You can see January for laptop we have this many sales, for mobile this much, February like this. So like this actually we can do that. So I hope you got the idea. Please do practice all these questions, these are very important. Hello everyone. So we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this video we are going to solve couple of Python coding question which is generally asked in interview. We are starting with the basic question and then slowly we will increase the difficulty level also, but these are the important question which is generally asked in interview. So let's solve one by one. So our first question is like to remove a duplicate from a list. So they will give you list like this, and what actually they will say, you have to remove a duplicate from a list. So you can see in this particular list we have a multiple values, right? One is present multiple times, similarly two is present multiple time, and what we have to do, we have to remove a duplicate from a given list. So how actually we can write a code for that? So what I will do, first I will try to loop it for I in nums. I am trying to loop it for I in nums, and what I will do, I will try to create a new list L. Like this I will create a new list, and here only the unique value I will try to store. So what I will check, if I not in L, if I not in L, then what I will do, L dot append I, and let's see we are getting the proper result or not, then I will explain you. L, what actually I am doing, you can see L, we are getting only the unique value 1 2 3 4 5, so multiple values was present, right? That actually we have removed. So what actually I am doing, I am creating a new list, and after that I am looping the all the values one by one, and after that I am checking if I is present into this list or not. If I is already present, then I will not append, otherwise I will append. For taking example, first one will come, right? First one will, it will check whether one is present into this list or not. One is not present, then it has appended into this list. Then it will check two, whether two is present into list or not. Two is not present, then it will append. Then it will check three, whether three is present into this list or not. Three is not present, then it will append. After that again two will come. Two, it will check whether two is present into the list or not. Two is already present, right? Then what actually it will do, it will skip this value and it will check the next value. So like this actually it is happening, and it is only appending the unique value into this list. There are multiple ways which we can follow, but this is one of the way. Now second question is like you have to find the largest element in a list. So you can see this is the list which is given, and from this given list we have to find what is the largest element. So you can see 55 is the largest element, right? So we should get a output as a 55. How actually we can solve? So I will create one variable max, and what I will say, L0. So what I am saying, whatever the first value, right? I am by default I am saying like this is the maximum value. The first value I am saying L0 means this particular value is the maximum value, and after that what I will do, I will try to loop for I in L. If I is greater than max, if I is greater than max, then what I will do, max equal to the I. Let me print what is the maximum value we are getting. Let me execute this. You can see 55 we are getting. Let me make this as a 66, and let's execute this whether we are getting 66 or not. You can see 66 we are getting. So what actually I am doing, by default I am considering maximum value is the first value, and I am trying to loop all the values. If any of the value is greater than this first value, then that particular value I am making as a maximum, and finally I am printing the max. So like this actually we can find out the largest element. Next question is like count the word frequency in a given string. So they have given one paragraph or string you can say, and what actually we have to find, we have to find the number of time this particular word is present. So you can see data is present 3 times, similarly engineer present multiple time, right? So you have to count how many times this particular word is present. So that is our question. So how actually we can solve this? So what I will do, first I will try to convert this text into a list. So how actually we can do that? So I will write L equal to the text dot split. If I'll print L, right? And let's see what is the output we are getting. Let's see whether we are getting the whether we are getting the list or not. So you can see based on the paragraph it's splitted, and you can see data, then engineer, then data, like this actually it is coming. Now we have to find out how many time data is present, engineer is present, that actually we have to count. So how actually we can solve this? So I will create one dictionary like this, and after that I will loop it for I in L. If I in D, then what I will do, if I in D, then I will make di plus equal to 1, else di equal to 1. Let me print a D. I am creating one dictionary. Let's see we are getting output or not. So what is the output we are getting? Let me show you. So this print, let me comment this and let me execute again, and let's see what is the output we are getting. So you can see it is saying data is present 3 times, engineer is present 2 times, Python is present 1 time, and the SQL is present 1 time. So what we have done, first whatever the string, whatever the paragraph text is given, right, first we are trying to convert into a list based on their space value, and after that I am creating one dictionary, and in this dictionary what I am writing, for I in L means all the value one by one checking. If this value is already present into a D, right, suppose first it will check data whether data is present or not. Data is not present, then what actually it will write, data and the 1. Now second time when it will check the data, right, it will check whether the data is already present into D or not. It is already present, right, then it will increase the number as a 2 and 3. So like that the we are storing the key, whatever the value we have, right, that actually we are storing as a key, and how many time it is present, that actually we are increasing by 1. So actually you can solve like how many time this number is present or not. This is one of the way, but there are multiple ways through which also you can solve this. So do practice. Now next question is like we have to find a factorial of a number. What is a factorial? So suppose I have to find out the factorial of 5, then what actually it will happen, 5 into 4 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. If I'll do, I'll get the factorial of 5, that is a 120. Similarly, if I have to find out the factorial of 4, then what actually I have to write, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that will be a factorial of 4. So like this actually factorial works, right? Now we have to write a code for that, and we have to calculate what is the 4 factorial, that is a 24. So how actually we can write, I will create one function factorial, and what I will write, um, I'll check if n equal to 0. If n equal to 0, then what I will do, return 1, else n into, else return n into fact n minus 1, n minus 1. Now if I'll just check any of the factorial, suppose I want to check factorial 5, then I should get 120. If I'll check factorial 4, I'll get a 24. So this is a recursive method, but suppose they are saying like you do not have to use a recursive method, then how actually you can use that? And then what I will do, I will create a new function factorial without recursive method. I am trying to show you how actually we can do that. So I am creating one factorial function, and here I will just declare one variable result equal to the 1, and what I will check, for I in range 1 n plus 1. I am checking, I am starting with a 1 and n plus 1 till n I will go, and what I will do, result equal to result, whatever result we have declared, right, I will just try to into, means, and I will try to return a result. Let me show you, then I will explain you what actually I am doing. Factorial 5, it should be a 120. So what actually I am doing, for I in range 1 to n plus 1 means, if I'll do print, right, if I'll do print I here, so what actually I am looping, I am looping 1 2 3 4 5. Now suppose 1 we get, what actually here I am doing, 1 into 1 I am doing. Second time 2 will come, then 2 into whatever the result value it will multiply. Similarly 3 will come, right, 3 into whatever the result value. So like this actually multiplication I am doing. I am trying to find out the factorial, means it's working like this. Suppose 5 into 4, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, like this actually it is working. So like this also we can find out the factorial of any given number. So these are the two ways through which actually you can do that. Next is the reverse a string without using an inbuilt function. Suppose this is the given a list, and you have to reverse a list. So one way is like directly you can use like this, and if you will execute, you will get this result. But suppose they are saying like, is there any other way through which actually you can reverse? Then how actually we can write? So what I will write, I'll create a new variable str, I'll make the blank, and what I will do, I'll try to loop it for I in a, and what I will do, str equal to the I plus str, and I will just print the str. Let's see it's working or not. You can see it got reversed, whatever the string got reversed. So I'm creating one blank string, and I'm looping one all the value, and after that what actually I'm doing the plus from this value to this str. So you can see it got reversed. So like this actually we can reverse any of the string. Now next question is like, check if the number is a prime number or not. So what is a prime number? So we have a 2, 3 and 5 and the 7, 11, 13. These are the prime numbers which is divisible by itself or 1. So you can see 13 is divisible by 13 only and 1, right? So these are the prime numbers. So you have to check whether the given number is a prime number or not. So how actually you can write a code for that? So what I will write, I will create a new function prime df prime n, and after that I will check if n is less than or equal to 1, then I will just return false, means that is not a prime number. Otherwise I will check for I in range 2, and I will start a loop from 2 to n, and I'll check if n is divisible by any of the number and the remainder is 0, it means that is a prime number. Means it is divisible by any of the number, it means that is a prime number. So that number is not a prime number. Otherwise I will return a true. I will return a true. So let's check if I write prime 13. So what actually we are doing, we are starting a loop from a 2 to n. What is n? N is 13, right? It means 2 to 12 it will check. If 2 to 12, if any of the number is divisible by this, right, it means that is not a prime number. If any of the number from 2 to 12 it is not divisible by this, means that is a prime number. So that is the logic I have applied, and you can see 13 is the prime number. Similarly, if you will check for the 12, right, 12 is divisible, so it should be a false. You can see 12 is not a prime number. Next question is like, print a even number from a list. So this is the list given, we have to find the even number from a list. So what I will write, for I'll create a new list L, and what I will do, for I in a, if I percentage 2 equal to 0, means these are the even number, right? Then I will just try to append it. L dot append I, L dot append I will just print L. Let me execute. Let me execute whether it's working or not. So what actually we are doing, we are checking if the it is divisible by 2, means that is a even number, right? And that we are storing here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you can see these are the numbers. So try to do practice of all this question, because these are the important one, and if you will do practice, then only you will get an idea. So yeah, do practice. Hello everyone. So we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this particular video we have a couple of SQL coding question, and that question we are going to solve. So what actually I have done, I have created one employee table. You can see this is the employee table I have created. What I will do, I will share this insert statement and employee structure with you also, so that you can also create the employee table, and after that we can solve this question one by one. So let's try to solve this question one by one. So our first question is like, show employee details with their manager detail. You can see the output, right? We have a employee ID, we have a employee name, and also we have to show the manager name. Now you will think this is very simple, right? We just had to use a select statement. But if you will see in the data, we have a employee ID is given, we have a employee name is given, but manager name is not given, only the manager ID is given. Then how actually we can find out the manager name? Our requirement is like we have to print the employee name also, and also we have to find out their manager name also. But in the data, manager name is not given. So that is the first question, and this kind of the question generally you will see in the interview also. So how actually we can find out? So one thing you have to remember, employee can be a manager also. One employee can be a manager also. So with that logic only we have to find this. So you can see we have given manager ID, but manager name is not given, but employee name is given. So how actually it will be? You can see employee name Neha. This is the employee name Neha. His manager ID is 1. If manager ID is 1, one employee can be manager also, right? If it is saying manager ID 1, means this employee Neha, his manager is Arjun. His manager is Arjun because employee manager ID is 1. Similarly for the Ramesh, who is manager? Manager is 1. 1 means employee Arjun. Similarly, for the Vikram, who is the manager? Manager is employee ID 4. Priya is a manager. So like that, we have to find out the employee ID and the manager name. How actually we can use this? In this case, what actually we will use? We will use a self join. Means we will try to join this employee ID and the manager ID, and we will try to solve this question. So how actually we can write a query? So what I will write? Select star from employees. We have an employee table, right? Employees, and this alias I will give as a E. And what actually we'll do? We'll perform a self join. I will use a left join only. Self join means you are using a same table for the join, that you have to remember. So what I am writing, select star from employees E, left join employees M, and what actually we'll do, based on their employee ID and manager ID, we'll try to join. So what I will write, E dot manager ID equal to the M dot employee ID. Based on that we will try to join, and let's try to see what actually we are getting. And if you want to print the specific, right, suppose I will print E dot employee ID, I'll print E dot employee name, and I'll print M dot employee name. If I'm writing M dot employee name means, this means M dot employee name is nothing but this is a manager name. Let's try to execute. Now you can see we are getting the result. Now if you'll see in the data, right, employee Neha, his manager is Arjun. Similarly, employee Ramesh, his manager is Arjun. Let's see, Neha and the Ramesh, his manager is Arjun. So you can see employee Neha, his manager is 1 means Arjun. Neha's manager is Arjun. Similarly, Ramesh manager is Arjun. That actually we are getting. Vikram manager is Priya. Let's see we are getting or not. Vikram manager is Priya. Let's see this. You can see Vikram manager is Priya. This also we are getting. And you can see Asa manager is Arjun. Let's see we are getting the result or not. Asa manager is 1 only, Arjun. So like this actually we can find out. So whenever you get this kind of the question, right, then always remember you have to use the self join. What is a self join? In the same table, you can see generally for the joining we use two table and multiple table, right? But in the self join we use only same table. You can see we are using a same table, and based on their ID actually we are trying to join, and we are trying to find out this. So try to do practice. This is a very important question. Now let's try to solve the next question. Next question is like to find out the second highest salary of the employee. This is a very common question. Generally they will say like to find out the who is the third highest salary employee, who is the second highest salary employee. So how actually we can find out? So with the help of the Windows function we can do that. So what I will use, I'll use select star. I'll use one of the Windows function row number, and what I will do, row number over, and based on their highest salary to the lowest salary I will try to calculate the rank. Order by salary descending, and this column I will give rank from which particular table, from employee table. So let me execute and let me show you what actually I am doing. So I am trying to calculate the rank based on their highest salary to lowest salary. So highest salary person will get rank 1, and after that rank 1, 2, 3 like this actually we will get. So we have written row number over order by salary descending. Now you can see one new column got created, 1. You can see highest employee salary 35,000, he got rank 1. 25,000, this employee got rank 2. Then 22,000, this employee got rank 3. You can see 22,000 again it is coming, then it got rank 4. So when you will use a row number, and if you have a duplicate records, right, then row number will assign you the random rank. But if you use a dense rank, it will give you properly. So let me execute. Let me use a dense rank instead of a row number. Previously we have used a row number, right? Now we are using a dense rank in the similar way. Now if you will see, the highest employee salary got 35,000, he got rank 1. Similarly, the second highest salary employee got rank 2. And you can see whatever the salary is common, right, 22,000, both got a rank 3. So now this is working fine, right? If the employee salary is same, all will get the same rank. But if you use a row number, it will assign a random rank. So that's why you have to remember the dense rank. Now if you have to find out any of the second highest salary, if you have to find out, then what actually you will do, use with CTS, will add with CTS, and if I write select star from city where Rn equal to the 2. If I'll mention Rn into the 2, I will get the who is the second highest salary employee. Let me execute. I have mentioned Rn equal to the 2. So you can see this is the employee, second highest earning employee. So like that actually we can mention. If you mention 3, the third highest employee you will get. Now next question is like top 3 earners per department. Who are the top 3 earners that we have to calculate based on the department? So this also is similar, right? So what actually we have to do? I will mention, I will use a same, I will use a row number, and after that over based on the department we have to do, right? Then what I will use, partition by department, order by salary descending, Rn from table employees. So what actually we are doing, we are trying to assign a rank based on their highest salary to the lowest salary, and we are grouping based on the department. Based on each department we are trying to assign a rank. Let me execute and let me show you what actually we are doing. So now if you'll see what actually we have done based on their department. So you can see in engineering also we have a multiple department, right? So for all the engineering department, based on their highest salary to the lowest salary, we have assigned a rank. Similarly for the finance also we have a highest salary to the lowest salary, they also got a separate rank. Similarly HR department, they also got a separate rank. Similarly marketing also, they got a separate rank. Now what actually we have to find out, we have to find out the top 3 earners per department. For each department we have to find out the top 3 employee. Now here also we have a duplicate, right? So instead of the row number, what actually we can use a dense rank. Now if you have to find out the top 3 each department, what actually you will use, with CTS, and after that select star from city where Rn between 1 and 3. So each department where the rank is 1 and 3, we will get it. Let's see whether we are getting or not. So where Rn between 1 and 3 we have done. Now if you will see, in engineering department, highest employee, he got a rank 1. Second highest employee got rank 2. We only have to say top 3, right? But you can see in a 3, right, we have a multiple employee, their earnings are same, so we are showing the multiple employee. Now if you see in a finance, who are the top 3, you can see top 1 and the top 2, only we have a 2 record. Similarly marketing also we have a 2 record. So you can see each department we are able to see who are the top 3 employee. So like this actually we can solve. Now next question is like flag employee about the department average salary. Means we have to find out all the employee their salary is greater than the department average salary. So every department all the employee will be having the salary, right? So if I'll show you the data, in this data salary is given based on the department. I had to find out the salary of the employee their salary is greater than the department average salary. So first we will calculate the department average salary. What is the department average salary? And we will find out the employee where salary is greater than the department average salary. So how actually we can do that? So what I will write, select, if we will do the employee ID, we will write the employee name and the salary. What is the employee salary? And we will find out the department average salary. So for department average salary, what actually you have to write, average salary over partition by department. If I write over average salary over partition by department, this will give me department average salary. Department average salary. Now I have to find out the employee salary, their salary is greater than the department average salary. So if I write case when salary is greater than the, if the salary is greater than the department average salary. So for department average salary, what we had to write, this we had to write, right? So again I will copy this, case when salary is greater than the department average salary. This is for the department average salary. If the salary is greater than the department average salary, then true, else false, and give the name cell greater, or you can give any name from employees. What actually I am doing, I am trying to calculate the department average salary, and also I am creating one more column there. I am calculating if the salary is greater than their average salary, then make it as a true, otherwise make it as a false. Let me execute and let's see we are getting a result or not. So let's wait. It executed. Now you can see this is the department average salary. You can see for all the department what is their average salary we are getting. So you can see engineering department, this is the average salary. Similarly for other department, this is the average salary. And we have a employee salary also. If the department average, if the salary, if this salary is greater than this department average salary, then we are making as a true. If this salary is less than the department average salary, then we are making as a false. Now our question is like we have to find out the employee where salary is greater than the department average salary. So from here if we'll filter with city as only the true employee, select star from city where cell greater equal to true. If I write like this, in this case what will happen, I will get only those employee their salary is greater than the department average salary. So I am getting only the true. So like this actually we can solve. Try to do a practice. If you solve by your own, right, then you will get better idea. Now our next question is like we have to compare the employee salary and their manager salary. So if you see in the data, right, we only have a salary is given, the employee salary is given, but the manager salary is not given. If you see in this particular table, employee ID is given, employee name is given, and the salary is given, but the manager salary is not given, only the manager ID is given. So this looks similar to the first question, right? So what actually we will do, with the help of the self join, what actually we will try to calculate, we will try to calculate the employee name, manager name, employee salary and the manager salary. So how actually we can write a query for that, we will use a self join only. So here I will use select and after that star from employees, I will give E, and what actually we will do, we will perform a left join we are doing a self join, then what is self join? Self join means you are using the same table for the joining. You are using the same table for the joining. So let's start from employee C, employees M, and based on what actually we will try to join, E dot manager ID and the M dot employee ID we will try to join. We will try to join. So like this actually we are performing a self join. Self join means we are using the same table for the joining and we are also using a left join. Now what are the column you want to print? You have to print here E dot employee ID, E dot employee name, and after that we want to print the M dot employee name. M dot employee name is nothing but a manager name, and M dot salary is a manager salary, and also we will print the E dot employee salary. Here I will print the E dot salary. E dot salary, if I am writing, that is a employee salary, employee salary. Now if I'll execute and if I'll show you what will happen, it will calculate the, you can see employee ID to his manager is Arjun, and you can see Arjun's salary is a 250k and Neha salary is a 180k. Similarly, Ramesh, his salary is 180k and his manager Arjun, his salary is 250k. Vikram, manager is Priya salary is 220k, but the Vikram salary is 90k. So like this actually we can calculate. I hope you got the idea. Please try to do practice of all these questions. These are very important. Hello everyone. So we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this particular video we have couple of PySpark coding question which we are going to solve. So I have a total 6 question, one by one we are going to solve. This all the questions are related to the duplicate scenario. So based on the duplicate scenario, what kind of the question which generally they ask, all the question we are going to solve. So I have one of the data frame. You can see this is the data frame I have created. You also try to create the same data frame and try to solve all the question one by one. So let's discuss the first question. The first question is like we have to remove a duplicate rows. So what generally happen, they will give you data set or the data frame like this, and they will say you have to write a PySpark code and you have to remove a duplicate records. So as of now you can see we have a couple of the duplicate record is present. You can see one is present multiple times, same transaction ID, same amount, the whole record itself, this is the duplicate value is present. So what we had to do, we had to remove a duplicate records from here and we had to find out the only the unique records. If they will ask remove duplicate records or you have to find a unique records from the data set, then what actually we can do, it will be very simple. What we had to write, just we had to write df dot distinct, and if you will do dot show, what will happen, it will remove whatever the rows which is present multiple time, whatever the duplicate record which is present multiple time, it will remove. So you can see one Alice, you can see multiple time one Alice is coming, but if you see the transaction ID is different, means this is a unique record only, this is not a duplicate record. Here you can see one Alice 1001 1001, this was present two time, right, the same record, that record actually it has removed and only the unique record we can see. So if they will say to find out the unique record, then what actually we can use, we can use a distinct for to find out the unique records. Now as of now what you have done, you have removed a duplicate records and only the unique records you are showing here. Now next question is like what they can ask, you have to find out what are the duplicate record which was present. So from here in the data set, this record is the duplicate record, right, this is the duplicate record, and also similarly this is the duplicate record. Now they want to see what are the duplicate records. So this is the duplicate record and this is the duplicate record. So these two output they want to see in a output, what actually we should get, this is duplicate record, so this I should get as a output and this also I should get as a output. So what are the duplicate record is present, that output they want to see. So in this case what actually we have to write, I will try to do one thing, I will try to use a group by, df dot group by, based on what actually I will group, based on all the columns I will try to group it, df dot group by df dot columns, and after that I will try to find out the count, and what I will do, I'll try to apply a filter and I'll use a call function. Under this call I will mention if the count is greater than 1, If the count is greater than 1, that means that is a duplicate record. Dot show. What actually I am doing? I am grouping the data frame based on the all the columns. If you have to find out all the column, df dot columns, if you write based on the all the column, it will group. After that I am finding out the count, and if the count is greater than 1, right, means that is a duplicate record. Now we are using a call, right? So call also we have to import. So what actually you have to write? From PySpark dot SQL dot functions import star. If you will do, all the function will be imported. Now if I'll show you the result, what will happen? Whatever the record which was present multiple time, you can see this record was present multiple times. Similarly, this was a duplicate. So whatever the duplicate rows was there, right, that actually it is showing. So what we have done, we have find out, we are trying to group all the column and we are trying to find out the count. So you can see this is the duplicate record, that's why count is second. Similarly, this is the duplicate record, that's why the count is second. So we are filtering where the count is greater than 1 and we are getting the output. So if they will say to remove a duplicate and to find out the unique records, what actually you can use? You can use a df.distinct. But if they will say they want to see what are the duplicate record is present which they want to see, then you have to use this approach and you can get the result. Now next question is like get the unique customer by customer ID. So as of now, if you'll see, this is the actual data frame we have, and here if you have to find out the unique records, if you have to find out the unique records, df.distinct we are doing, we are able to get the only the unique records. But as of now, you can see now the question is like they want to know how many the unique customer we have. So you can see even the customer ID is repeated multiple time because the multiple transaction, right? Now if they want to know how many unique customer and their details, if they want to know, then how actually you can find out the unique customer? In that case, what actually we will use? Df dot drop duplicate. We will write df dot drop duplicate. Which particular thing you want to know? How many unique customers? So I will write customer ID. This I will write, and after that I will just mention dot show. Dot show. In this case, what will happen? Whatever the unique customer we have, right, 1 2 3 4, this is the unique customer, that record actually we can see. You can also write dot count so that only the customer ID count you can see, but you can see only the unique customer we can see from here. Now our next question is like get unique transaction per customer, customer ID and transaction ID. Means what I have to find out based on the customer ID and the transaction ID combination. Based on this transaction ID and the customer ID combination, I had to find out the unique records. How to find out the unique record based on the two column? So what we will use? We will use a df dot drop duplicates. What actually I want to do? I will use based on the customer ID and based on the transaction ID combination, I want to find out how many unique records we have. Based on the customer ID and the transaction ID combination, I want to find out how many unique records we have. So what I am writing, df dot drop duplicate customer ID and the transaction ID combination, I am finding out the unique records. So it has removed all the duplicate records based on the combination of the customer ID and the transaction ID. So you can see we have a customer ID 1 present 2 time, but you can see their transactions IDs are different because one customer he can do multiple purchase, right, and he can do multiple transaction. So this record we can see. So based on the customer ID and the transaction ID, these two combination, how many unique records we have, we are able to find out. So if they will say based on the one column, if you have to find out the unique records, what actually you have to write df dot drop duplicate and the particular column. If they will say based on the multiple column, if you have to find out the unique record, then what actually you have to use df dot drop duplicate, and like this actually you can mention. And if they will say based on all the column you have to find out the unique record, then directly you can use a distinct. This is the thing you have to remember. Now next is the find the customer with more than one transaction. I have to find out all the customer where which has done the more than one transaction. So you can see the customer ID 1, he has done the more than one transaction, right? Transaction 1 and also transaction 2. Similarly, this is the customer who has done more than one transaction, right? Transaction 5 and transaction 6. So I have to find out those records. So what I will write first? First I will try to find out based on the customer ID and the transaction ID how many unique records we have. So I will write the same code. I will write the same code based on the customer ID and the transaction ID how many unique records we have. So this is the record I got. Now what I have to find out? I have to find out the customer with more than one transaction. If you have to find out the customer, then what actually you will write? I will do group by customer ID. I will do group by customer ID. I have to find out the count, and what I will write? I will try to filter call count is greater than 1, means which has done the transaction more than one. Count greater than 1 dot. So let me execute. Let's see what is the output we are getting. So you can see customer ID 1. Customer of ID 1, he has done the multiple transaction, right? 1001, 1002. Similarly, this customer, he has done the multiple transaction, right? So what actually I am trying to do? I am trying to group based on the customer ID. I am trying to find out the count. I'm trying to group the customer ID. So if you group the customer ID, we have 1. So count is 1. This is another customer ID. So this count will be 2. So if the count is greater than 1, this record actually uh, we are trying to find out which has done the more than one transaction. Now next question is like find the duplicate transaction where transaction ID repeats. I have to find out the duplicate transaction where transaction ID is repeat. So what do you have to write? Df dot group by. I had to find out the. I will try to group based on the transaction ID, and what I will do? I'll try to group it. I'll try to group it count, and I will try to show you first. Let's see what actually I'm doing. I'm trying to group the transaction. You can see transaction 1001, 1002, 1003. So find the duplicate transaction. So you can see 1001, here we have multiple duplicate transaction, right? 1003, this also duplicate transaction. If I'll show you in the actual data set, 1001, you can see this is present multiple time, right? This is a duplicate transaction. Similarly, 1003, 1003, this also a multiple time it is present. So our question is like we had to find the duplicate transaction. So 1001 and the 1003, these are the duplicate transaction. Now if you had to filter, then what actually you will write? Filter. I will try to filter call count. I will try to filter count greater than 1 dot. So let me execute. So you can see transaction 1001, 1003, this is the duplicate transaction. So try to do a practice. If you'll do a practice, then only you will get a better idea. But the duplicate related question generally ask in interview, and they will try to make you confused. So try to do practice and try to practice different scenario related to the duplicate. Hello everyone. So we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this particular video we are going to do Python related coding question which is generally asked in interview. These are a basic question, but it is very much important from interview perspective, and definitely you should be able to solve this all the question. So let's try to solve all this question one by one. Our first question is like we have to find the second largest element from a list. So they have given one list like this, and what we had to do, we had to find the second largest element from list. Now what actually we will do, if we had to find the second largest element, what I will do first, I will try to sort it. How actually we can sort it in a Python? If I'll just write sorted and nums, if I write sorted and nums, and if I'll execute, what will happen? The whole list will be sorted. You can see 4, 10, 20, 45, 99 in the ascending order it got sorted. Now if you had to find out from this particular list, right, which is the second largest, 45 is the second largest, right? What we will do, from the index, what is the index for the 45 to, because we are starting from last, right? Last we will start from -1. This index is the -1, this index is the -2. So I will write a -2 here. and if I'll execute, what will happen? I will get the 45. Which is the second largest element? 45 is the second largest element. Now if I'll add one more here, if I'll add a 66, now if I'll execute, now let's see, we should get output as a 66. You can see 66. So like this actually we can solve it. It's very easy question, right? Now second question is like we had to reverse the integer. So they have given one number and our requirement is like we had to reverse it. Our output should be a 4321. How actually we can solve this? So if we had to reverse this, if we'll write like this, -1, like this actually we sort a string, right? Now if I'll execute this, what will happen? You can see we are getting a error, int object is not subscriptable. So this method will work only for the string, not for the integer. So in this case, what actually I can do? First, I can convert this into a string first. So I have converted this number into a string. Now, if I will try to use the same method like this, and if I'll execute, what will happen? You can see this number got converted into the string and we have reversed it also. Now, but our output should be integer, right? The whole thing what I will do, I will try to convert into an integer like this. Whole thing I will convert into the integer, and if I'll execute this, you can see this number got a reverse 4321. This is the output we are getting. So like this actually we can solve. Our next question is like, it's like we have to find the missing number 1 to n. 1 to n means n natural number. So you can see 1 to 7, which particular number is missing, that actually we have to find out. So that is the question. Ideally, if I am saying 1 to 7, then the number should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? But one of the number is missing into this particular list. That particular number we have to find out. That is the question. How actually we can solve this? So my approach is like, if I'll do sum of n natural number like 1 to 7, if I'll do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, if I'll do all this, then ideally what actually I should get output. If I'll do sum of this all the number, sum of n natural from 1 to 7, ideally I should get a output 28. But one of the number is missing in this particular list, right? So if I'll do sum of list, sum of nums here, I am getting a output 25. Ideally my number should be 28, but what actually I am getting 25 because one of the number is missing. So my approach is right. If I'll do sum of this all the n natural number from 1 to n, and if I'll minus with the sum of nums here, I'll get the output. What is the particular number which is missing? So you can see 3 is missing. You can see 3 is missing here. So this is the approach I am going to follow. But this we can't write like this, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So for this also we have one of the formula. The formula is very simple. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. If you will do this, right, this is the formula to find out the sum of the first n natural number. See, this we are going to use to solve this. So how actually we can do this? So what I will do is, first I will try to calculate the length. N equal to the nums plus 1. Why I am doing plus 1 here? Because one of the number is missing, that's why I am writing the plus 1. Now I will do sum of natural number, right? Sum of natural I will write, and I will use the formula n into n plus 1 divided by 2. I'll use n into n plus 1 divided by 2, and I also am calculating sum of nums, that is the sum of this number. So I am calculating n into n plus 1. This will give the 1 to 7 what is the total sum, and this will give the sum of this particular list. Now if I'll do a minus sum of natural number minus sum of nums, I should get the output what is the particular number which is missing. So you can see 3 is missing here. Now let's add a 3 here, and let's remove the 6. Now we should get the output as a 6, right? Now let's try to execute, and let's see what is the output we are getting. You can see 6 is the missing. So like this actually we can solve. Next question is like, we had to reverse a word in a sentence. So this is the sentence, and what we had to do, we had to reverse. We had to reverse in the same order. First Python, then love, then I, it should come. So that we had to find out. So how actually we can do? So what I will do, first I will try to split it based on the space. If I write s dot split, then what will happen? The whole thing will got split based on the space. I then love, then Python is coming, right? Now if I'll try to reverse it, if I'll try to reverse like this, -1 like this, if I write, you can see Python then love, then I it is coming, right? Now what I will do, I'll try to join it. So if I write join dot join, and if I'll execute this, you can see Python love I is coming, and I will just make the space also. Now if I'll execute, what will happen? The Python then love then I. You can see the whole, whatever the string it was there, right? It got reverse. Whatever the word, it got reverse. So first we have splitted, we have converted into a split, we have reversed it, and then we are joining with the space. So like this actually we can solve it. Now next question is like we have to find the anagram check. What is an anagram? Two strings are anagram if they use the same character with same frequency but possible in a different order. What is an anagram? If we have a two string, this is a one string, this is the second string. If they use the same character, so you can see L, here we are using L, here also we are using a L. I here also we are using, I here also we are using, S here we are using, S here also we are using, T also here we are using. Means all the whatever the character is present here, right? It should be present in the here also, in the second string also, but their order can be a different. If it is true, then it is an anagram. You can see in a hello, right? H is present here, but H is not present here, means it is not a anagram. So that is the question and that we have to solve. So how easily we can solve it? So this is simple, right? If I'll just write sorted S1 equal to the sorted S2. I'm just doing a sorting of this S1 and I'm just comparing with the sorted with the second. If it is equal, then this will be a true. If it is true, means this is an anagram. So you can see listen and the silent, these both are same, right? Means the same kind of the character is present both at the same frequency, but their order is different. So this is an anagram. Now if I will use first sentence as a hello, the second sentence as a word. Now if I'll execute, I should get a false because this is not an anagram. So like this actually we can solve. Next question is like palindrome check. What is a palindrome? A string is a palindrome if it reads the same forward and backward. So if you reverse this, madam, right, you will get the same output. Similarly, race cars, if you reverse this, right, if you reverse this particular string, you will get the same output. If you are reversing the string and if you are getting the same output, that is a palindrome. That is a question we have and that we have to solve. How actually we can solve this? So our string is, let's take this example, race car, and we have to find out whether this is a palindrome or not. So what I will do, I'll first try to reverse it. I'll just reverse it. I am getting the race car. So after that what I will do, I'll just try to compare with the our original S. If both are equal and if it is true, means this is a palindrome. So we should get a true. You can see this is a true. So how actually we can write it properly? If S reverse it, if this condition, so I'm just writing if this condition is true, then it is a palindrome, otherwise it is not a palindrome. If I'll execute it, race car, this is a palindrome. If I'll just check for the hello, I should get a output as a not a palindrome. Now next question is like we have to combine two lists. This is the one list is given, this is the second list, and our output should be like this, means we should combine these two lists. How actually we can do this? For combining, we have one of the inbuilt zip. So what you have to write, zip and the first list name and the second list name like this. And if you'll execute it, what you will get, if you want proper output, right, you have to convert into the list also, a list. And if you'll execute, what you can see Alice 85, Bob 90, Charlie 95. This is kind of the output. So if you have to combine two lists, GIF is the function you have to remember, and with list if you will use, you will get the output. So these are the basic question but very important, so try to do a practice. Hello everyone. So we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this particular video we are going to solve couple of SQL coding question which is generally asked in interview. So I have a 4 SQL question which we are going to solve. So I have created one order table. I have also have a insert statement. So this I will share with you so that you can also create this table. If I'll show you the order table, in this order table I have order ID, customer ID, order date, and amount is given. Now let's try to solve one by one all this question. My first question is like customer who has placed the order in the last 90 days. So this type of the question generally comes where interviewer will ask you how to find out the customer who had done the order in the last 30 days, last 90 days, last 120 days. So how actually you can find out. So what I will write, how actually we can solve this. Select star from orders, date is given, right? So if I'll do order date where order date between, I had to find out last 90 days, right? So how actually I can write that? So I will write current date where order date between current date, where order date between current date and from current date, if I'll do a minus of 90 days, right? So I will get all those record who has done the order in the last 90 days. So what I will write, current date minus interval 90 days. 90 days. If I'll execute this, I'll get all those customers who have done the order in the last 90 days. As of now, we don't have any record because all the data you can see for the 2024. So what is the logic actually we are applying here? We are applying the logic where we are filtering the order date between current date and current date minus 90 days. So let's try to see what current date is giving and what current date minus interval 90 days is giving. So if I'll write like this, select current date. This is a SQL. I want to run SQL query, so I will write %SQL. If I'll write select current date, so what actually it will give? Today's date is 30th September, right? So it is giving me the 30th September. And what actually I have written? Current date minus interval 90 days. So if I'll write current date minus interval 90 days, so what it will do? From this date, it will do a minus 90 days. So you can see this is the date I am getting. Now if they are asking, you have to find out in last 30 days how many have done the order. So what you have to do? Current date minus interval 30 days if you'll do, and if you'll execute, right, you will get who has done the order in the last 30 days. So you can see if you will do a minus 30 from here, right, you will get this particular date. So like this actually we can calculate. I hope you got the idea. Next question is like I had to find the customer who placed order in all the month of 2024. If I'll show you the data, so I have a customer ID details, order date. I had to find out the customer who had done the order in all the month of 2024. Means if any customer who had done the order in January 2024, February 2024, March 2024, means every month if any customer who had done the order in 2024, that record actually we want to get. So how actually we can write a query for that? So what I will write, select star from orders, and let me show you the data first. Limit to limit 2. Let me execute. And what we had to find out, we had to find a customer who placed order in all month of 2024. So first let's try to filter the 2024 data. How actually we can filter 2024 data? If I write where year order date equal to the 2024. So from order date I am trying to extract the year, and I am saying where year equal to the 2024. So what actually it will give me? It will only give me the customer who has done the order in a 2024. But my question is like I have to find out the customer who placed order in all the month of the 2024. How many distinct month we have? We have a total distinct months is 12, right? So I had to find a customer who had done the order in all the month of the 2024. So here I will apply one more filter. So I'll write having. On top of this data, I had to find out customer who has done the order in all the month of the 2024. So I'm writing having count of distinct. I'll extract the month from order date. Distinct month from order date equal to the 12. So what actually I am doing? First I am trying to filter all the customer who had done the order in 2024. After that I am applying a condition where this customer had done the order in every month of the 2024, so equal to the 12. So every month means total how many distinct month we have? 12, right? So that actually I am filtering. Let me execute and let's see whether we are getting the result or not. Query doesn't include group by. My bad, we had to write a let me write only the customer ID here, and also we have to apply the group by. So customer ID where, and I will write group by also, group by customer ID, and let me execute this. So let's see what is the result. You can see we have a this customer 201. He has done the order in every month of the 2024. So if you want to validate this, how actually you can validate this? So if I write select star from orders where customer ID equal to the 201. If I'll see this detail, he should have done the order in every month. So you can see January also he has done, February, March, April, every month he has done the order. So all the record actually we can see. So means we are getting the correct result. Now our next question is like I had to find the customer who placed the same order amount more than once. So if any of the customer, if he has done the same order amount transaction more than once, that we have to find out. Suppose you are a customer, the 2 times you have done the same amount transaction, then that particular customer we have to find out. So what actually we can write? So what I will do, based on the customer ID, and based on the amount, I'll try to find out how many records we have. Count star group by 1 2. If I am writing 1 2, it means I am grouping based on the customer ID and amount. I am grouping this, and if I'll execute this, I will get any customer who had done the same amount transaction more than once. I can see. So you can see 205. He has done the 350 transaction more than 2 times he has done the transaction. So that particular record we have to find. So on top of this, if I write having count star greater than 1, if I'll execute, what I will get? Customer who placed the same order amount more than once. So you can see these are the customer who had done the same order transaction more than once. Now our next question is like I had to find out the order above the average amount for the same day. So suppose today average amount of the order is 200, and if any of the customer is doing the order more than this 200, like 300, so that particular customer we have to find out. How actually we can write a query for that? But I will write select sum from order O1 where amount should be greater than the average amount, right? So where amount should be greater than the average amount. So how to find out the average amount? So I will write subquery here, select average amount, and alias I will give as average amount from orders table only, but alias I will give O2 where orders O1 dot where O1 dot order date equal to the O2 dot order date. So what actually I am writing? I am trying to find out the order where the amount is greater than the average amount on the same day, for the same day, right? So that's why I am writing O1 dot order date equal to the O2 dot order date. Now if I'll execute this, let's see. So this subquery will give me what is the average amount, and I will give the amount which is greater than the average amount for the same day. So you can see this is the customer who has done the order more than the average amount. Hello everyone. So we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this particular video we have a two PySpark coding question which was recently asked in interview that actually we are going to solve. So let's start with the first one. The first one is like we had to find out the missing number or order in a given sequence. So they have given a data frame like this. So you can see in a data frame we have one of the column that is the order ID column, and you can see value 1 2 3 5 7 8 10. And what actually we had to find out, we had to find out the missing number. So generally the order id is a primary column, right? So generally the order id should be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, right? But you can see after 3 4 is missing, after 5 6 is missing, after 8 9 is missing. So we had to find out what are the missing number we have, and our output should be like this 4 6 9. This is the missing number, right? That actually we had to find out. So how actually we can solve this? Let's try to do. So what I will do, I'll try to generate a number from 1 to 10. I will try to generate all the number from 1 to 10, and based on that I will try to create a new data frame, and I will try to subtract this data frame so that I will get the missing number. So what I am saying, what I will do, I'll try to create a first new, I will try to generate a number like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. How actually I can generate that? So what I will do, I'll write for I in range, for I in range 1 to 11, because we have a number till 10, right? So what I am writing, for I in range 1 to 11, this is a one list I am creating. This is one list I am creating, and what I will print, I will print a I. I will print a I. Now if I'll just print this list, if I'll just print this list, let's see what is the output we are getting. We are getting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 we have generated, right? What I will do, I will just try to write like this, I comma like this, and if I'll execute this, so we have this a list. Now what I will do, based on this I will try to create a new data frame. So what I will give the name df new. This is the new data frame I am creating. Spark dot create data frame, spark dot create data frame, and I will pass the list which I have created. And what is the column we want to give? I will give the column name as a order ID. This is the column I will give. And after that, if I will just display df new, let's see our new data frame which we have created. So let's see whether our new data frame got created or not. So you can see our new data frame got created, and here we have a value 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So what is our first data frame? What is the input they have given? They have given a input where we have a value 1 2 3 5 7 8 10. Here we had to find out the missing number. So what we had done, we have created a new data frame, and here we have all the value from 1 to 10. Now if I'll try to do a subtract, so how actually I can do a subtract? So I will just write df new. So from our new data frame, if I'll try to do a subtract, and what I am doing, from new data frame I am subtracting the old data frame. If I will do this, and if I'll do dot show, what I will get, I'll get all the number which is missing. Subtract, it's a subtract. So df new subtract df dot show, if I'll do, you can see I'm getting 4 6 and 9. So like this actually we can find out. So this is the data frame they have given. What actually we have done, we have generated a number from 1 to 10, and based on that we have created a new data frame, and after that we are doing a subtracting. We are subtracting two data frame, and whatever the number which is missing we are getting. So like this actually we can solve. You can also use a joining, you can use a left anti-join, you can use a joining. Based on the joining also you can find out, but this is one of the way through which actually we can do that. Now our next question is like we had to pass the JSON. So you can see they have given a one JSON string. So you can see this string also in the form of the JSON. This string also in the form of the JSON. We had to parse it, and we had to extract the value. So you can see data frame we have a ID, and we have one of the column JSON string, and you can see this is in the string format. This JSON in the string format, and what actually we had to do, we had to parse it, and we have to extract the value of the product, price and the brand. So this is the question we have to solve. Means our output should be like, we should have ID column, we should have a product column, we should have a price column, and we should have a brand column. Means this value we have to extract: product, price, and the brand. The new column we should create, and we should extract the value. So that is the question. How actually we can write a PySpark code for that? So what I will do here, first I will try to import few library. So from PySpark dot SQL dot functions import star. We are importing all the library, and after that what I will do, df dot select. Let's try to execute this data frame first. This is a new data frame, right? df. So in this data frame, what I will select, so I want ID column, so I will write ID as it is, and after that I want to extract the value. So if you want to extract any value from the given string, right? So we have a one get JSON object, get JSON object function, get JSON object. I'll use a get JSON object, and here I will pass call this product we have to extract, right? So I will write product, and the value will be comma dollar dot product. So what actually I am writing, get JSON object call, this will be a this column name. What is the column name? This is a JSON string, right? So here we will pass the JSON string. Here we will pass from this particular column, what actually we want to extract, we want to extract the product values, and dot alias, the column name I will give as a product. Now let's try to execute, and let's see whether it's working fine or not. Dot so what actually I am doing, I am using a ID column as it is, and after that to extract the product, right, I am using a get JSON object. From this particular column, what I am writing, I want to extract the product, so I am writing dollar dot product, and the alias I am giving as a product, and you can see all the product like laptop, phone, tablet, actually it extracted. Similarly for others also we have to do in the same way, right? So in this case what I will write, comma, and I'll just copy this, I'll just paste it. We want to extract the price also, so dollar dot price you can write, and the column we will give as a price, comma, and we will try to extract one more. So copy this, we want to extract the brand also, so dollar dot brand, this is the brand, and now if I'll execute this, let's see all the value it is extracting or not. So you can see product laptop, price is 50,000, brand is Dell, similarly phone 30,000 Samsung. So it extracted. So whenever you have to extract the value from a JSON, you can use a get JSON object, and from there directly you can extract the values. So I hope you got the idea. Please do practice. It's simple question, but it's little bit tricky. You have to do a practice. Hello everyone. So we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this particular video we are going to solve two questions which was recently asked in interview. These are Python coding related question. The first question is like we had to remove a duplicate from array or list. The second question is like we had to sort the array without using a inbuilt function. So these are the two questions we are going to solve. Let's start with the first question. We had to remove a duplicate. So you can see this is the list, and here you can see multiple duplicates values are present, right? Our requirement is like we have to remove a duplicate from this particular list. How actually we can write a code for this? So what I will write, first I will try to loop it for I in L print I. Let me show you whether I am able to loop and whether I am able to read all the number one by one or not. So you can see I am able to loop it and I am able to read it. What I will do, I will create one empty list. So I am defining a as a variable. This is the empty list I am creating. Now after that I will write a condition, if I not in A, then what I will do, A dot append I. A dot append I. This is a simple one what I am writing. So what I am checking, I have just written one single condition. First I am looping all the thing one by one and I am trying to append it. So first one, first it is like one, right? If we'll check whether one is present here or not, one is not present, then what actually it will do? It will append it. Now coming to the second one, 2. 2 it will check whether 2 is present into the A or not. 2 is not present, so it will append it. Now coming to the third index, this is a 2. Again for 2, what actually it will do? It will check whether A is present here or not. It is already present, right? Then what actually it will do? It will skip because this condition is not satisfying, right? If I is not in A, if this value is not in this particular list, then only we have to do a append. So that is the condition actually I have applied. Now let's try to print the A. Let's see whether we are getting only the unique values or not. I'm doing a print. So this is a new list. Now you can see only the unique value we can see, and whatever the duplicate value was present here, right, we have removed that. So like this actually we can remove a duplicate. Coming to the second question, little bit tricky. What actually we had to do? We had to sort this. So they will give you one random list, and what actually they will say? They will say to sort this. We had to sort the array. So they will give you list of array like this, and they will say like you had to sort that like 1, 2, 3, 4, then 22, 55 like this. It should come, right? Now what generally we do? We use an inbuilt function like this, right? But they will say don't use an inbuilt function. Without using inbuilt function, you had to sort this, like use a for loop, while loop, or any approach in a Python. So what I will do for this sorting, I will initiate this with this, and I will use a for while loop. I is less than length of my array minus 1. And after that, let me write this, then I will explain you. I'll write one condition: if a I greater than a I plus 1, then what I will do, a I plus 1 means I will try to swap it, equal to a I plus 1, a I, and I equal to minus 1, and I plus equal to 1, and let me print a. Let's see whether it's working or not, then I will explain you. So you can see it got sorted. Now let's change this. Let me make 11 here as an input, and let me execute this. So you can see 11 coming here. It's working fine. It's sorted. So what actually we are doing here, there are multiple ways to sort this. This is one of the way which I am showing. So what I am doing, I am initiating with a 0. I am initiating with a 0 index. I am checking. This loop is going till I less than length of a minus 1, because till here whatever the index, right, till here only it will go. So that's why I have written this. Now after that I am checking if ai, what is ai? Ai is 0, right? If ai means I is our 0. If it is a greater than ai plus 1 means 1. So what I am checking, whether 11 is greater than 22 or not. If 11 is greater than 22, then what we will do, we will try to swap it. So suppose we have a 11 and the 22. If this value is greater than this, then we will swap it. So suppose here 111 is there and here 22. So I am checking whether 111 is greater than 22 or not. If it is a greater than, then what we will do, we will try to swap like this, 22 like this. So this is the approach. For that I have written this condition: if ai is greater than ai plus 1, then what actually we are doing, we are trying to swap it. We are trying to swap it, and like this we are increasing this value, so that one by one we will check all those value which is present here, and like this actually we are swapping. So this is the approach, but there are multiple ways to solve the same question, so do try. This is the important one. Hello everyone. So in this particular video, we are going to solve one of the Python coding question which was recently asked in interview. The question is a two-sum problem. So they have given one list like this, and they also have given one target, that is a 7. Now what is the question is like two sum, means we have to do a sum of all the two combination. So suppose if I am doing 2 plus 3, whether it is equal to the 7 or not, it is not equal to the 7, right? Similarly, if I do 3 plus 4, whether it is equal to the 7, if it is equal to the target, right? Then what actually I should do? I should return the index. What is the index of 3 and 4? It is a 1 and 2, right? This is the index. So that actually I have to return. Similarly, I will check this condition 4 plus 7, whether it is equal to the target or not. It is not equal. If I'll do 5 and the 2, it is equal to the 7, right? In this case, what actually I should do? I should return this index. What is the index of the 2? That is a 0. What is the index of the 5? It is a 5. So that is the question. Means all the two combination we have to do. We have to check whether it is equal to the target or not. If it is equal, then we have to return their indexes. So that is the problem. So what actually we will do? We will try to create a dictionary, and also I will create one empty list. So there I will try to store this. Now because we require their indexes, right? So what I will use for I num in enumerate. So I am using enumerate because we require an index, so I am iterating it. And if I'll do print I and num, let me show you what actually it is returning. What actually I am doing, I am iterating, but I am using a enumerate so that I'll get their index as well as the number also. So you can see whatever the number we have, right? It's returning the index also, and also it is returning the number. I means their index, num means the number. Now after that I will write one condition. I will check if target minus num in D. Let me first write, and then after that I will explain you. If target minus num in D, then what I will do? I will try to append new dot append D target minus num and the index. Otherwise, what we will do? Otherwise, we will do D num equal to the I. D num equal to the I. Now, if I'll try to print new, let's see if we are getting a output or not. What actually we are looking for. Let's first debug, and then we will try to understand what is the logic actually I am applying. So you can see we are getting the output 1 plus 2. This condition if I'll do, I'll get 7. Similarly 5 plus 2, if I'll do, I'll get the 7. So I am returning their indexes. That was the problem. Let's try to understand. So what I am doing, I am first iterating it through a enumerate so that I will get the index as well as the number. After that I am writing one condition, if target minus num in D. What is our target? Target is 7. What is the number? So we are iterating the number one by one, right? So what is the first number? It is a 2. So first it will check whether 7 minus 2 in D or not. 7 minus 2 is 5, right? Whether 5 is available or not, it is not available. So it will skip this condition, and it will do D num, means whatever the number we have, right? 2 and the 0 it will return. 2 and the 0 it will return. Now coming to the next. Then it will check whether 7 minus 3 equal to the 4, right? Whether 4 is available here or not. 4 is not available, so it will skip this condition, and what actually it will do? 3 and 1 it will return. Coming to the next, 7 minus 4. 7 minus 4 equal to the 3, right? Whether 3 is available in a D or not. 3 is available. 3 is available, right? Then in this case it will come into this condition, and what actually it will do? It will return the index of this as well as what is the target minus num. What is the index of 3 it will return, and also what is the index of this 4 it will return. So I am getting the 1 and 2. I am getting the 1 and 2. When I am doing a 7 minus 4, 3, whether 3 is available here or not, it is available, right? So it will come into this condition. Now what actually we are doing append here? D target minus num. What is the index of this? So that we have to return. Index of this is 1, that actually we are returning. And what is the index of the 4? That is a 2. So that is the thing we are returning. So this is the logic actually we have applied. Try to do a debugging and try to do a practice, you will get a better idea. There are multiple ways to solve the same question. You also try to solve in a different approach, or you can follow this. I hope you got the idea. Hello everyone, so we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this particular video we have a two Python coding question which was recently asked in interview. Let's try to solve. The first question is like we had to move 0 to the end. The second question is like we have to find the second largest element from a given list. Let's solve the first question, move 0 to the end. So you can see they have given an input like this, and what actually output we want, whatever the 0 is present, right, and that should present at the last. We have to move to the last. So how actually we can solve this? So I will first try to iterate it for I in range length of L, and I will try to print Li. Let me first show you whether I am able to iterate or not. You can see I am able to iterate all the element one by one. Now I will write one condition. If Li is not equal to the 0, then what I will do, I will try to swap. So I will try to initiate one variable with the 0, Li L position equal to the L position Li. Let me first write and then I will explain you what I am doing. Position plus equal to the 1, and that's it. Now let me try to print whether we are getting a correct output or not. You can see 0 move to the end. What actually we are doing here? So we have initiated one variable with a 0, that is a 0 index. Now we are iterating all the element. Okay, now after that we are checking whether the particular value is equal to the 0 or not. If it is not equal to the 0, then we will try to swap it, and we will increment the this position also. Let's how actually it is working. The first element it is coming, whether 1 is equal to the 0 or not, it is not equal to the 0, right? Then the swap will happen with the position 0 and 1, both are in a same 0th index, right? For 1 it will be as it is. So now our output will be same, 1 2 3 4 0. Now coming to the second, whether 0 is equal to the, whether this condition is satisfying or not, because it is already 0, right? This condition is not satisfying, then nothing swap will happen, means whatever 1 0 is there, right, that will be as it is. Now coming to the next when third will come, right, the second, the value is second, whether it is equal to the 0 or not, it is not equal to the 0, right? In this case what will happen, the swap will happen. How the swap will happen? So L, what is the index for this 0 1 2, right? L2, and whatever the position, right, because we have incremented by 1, L1 equal to the L1 and the L2. So in this case what will happen, 2 will come into the 0th place and the 0 will come into the 2th place. So like this whatever the 0, right, we are swapping at the last. So like this actually it will work. Try to do practice, try to print it so that you will get better idea. Coming to the next question, we have to find the second largest element from a list. So you can see what is the second largest element here, 3, right? So what I will do, first I will try to initiate with the few variable largest, and this I will initiate with the infinity, and you can like write like this, infinity. Similarly second also I will one variable I will create, and this also initiate with the infinity value. Starting we are saying like both values, largest and the second both are infinity. Now what I will do, I will try to iterate it for I in L, and after that I will check condition if I is greater than the largest. If I is greater than the largest, then what I will do, second, whatever the second, right, that I will make as a largest, and the whatever the largest we have, right, that I will make as a I. That is the first condition. Now after that I will write one more condition, if largest is greater than I. If largest is greater than I, Then what I will do, and one more condition, and second is greater than I. Then what we will do, second equal to the I. Now let's try to print second. Let's see what is the value we are getting. Second largest equal to the I, second is greater than, and yeah, this condition I should be greater than second. I should be greater than second. Now let me print. You can see 3 is the output. So let's see how actually it is working. First we are iterating all the value. Starting, what is the largest and the second, both are infinitive. Now as we are iterating, right? So what is the first value? The first value will come as a 1. Now whether 1 is greater than infinity or not, negative infinity, whether it is it is greater, right? Then it will come into the this condition. So in this case what will happen? Whatever the second, right? Second will become the infinity. Second will become the infinity, and the largest value will be the 1. Largest value will be the 1. So that is the first condition. Now coming to the next value. What is the next value? It is a 0, right? Whether a 0 is greater than the largest or not, because largest is 1, right? So it is not. So what will happen? But it is greater than the second. So in this case what will happen? Second will get updated with the 0. Similarly, when the next value will come 2, whether 2 is greater than the largest or not. Yeah, it is greater than largest, right? So it will become a 2 and the second will become the 1. So like this all the condition is working. Do practice, you will get better idea. That's it. Thanks. Hello everyone. So we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part. And in this particular video, we are going to solve one of the Python interview question which was recently asked in interview. The question is like, group the all the anagrams. So they have given an input like this. So you can see we have a eat, tea, 10, 8, net and the bat. And what is the question is like, whatever the anagrams are there, right? This is the anagram, right? That we have to group together. This is an anagram, right? This we had to group together, and this is the single, so we had to group together. So that is the question. Now what is the anagram? Let's first try to understand. Two words are anagram if they contain the same character in the same frequency but possibly in a different order. So you can see listen and silent. If you'll see all the word, L is present here also, I is present here also, S is present here also, T is present here also, E is present here also, and N is present here also. Means all the words are present in both the places but the orders are changed. So this is an anagram. Similarly, T, eat, ate. This is anagram because words are same but their frequency but their orders are different. So that is the anagram. So this is the question they have given, and our ask is we had to group all the anagram together. How actually we can solve this? So our output is like the one list. So you can see this is the list they have given and we had to group that. How actually we can solve this? So what I will do, I will use one library, import default dict, and I will create one dictionary, default dict, and the list I will pass. Now after that I will, what I will do, I will try to loop the list for I in L, and after that I will try to print I. I will try to print I. First I will show you what actually I am looping it. So I have executed. For I in L means I am trying to loop everything one by one. So you can see E, T, 10, 8, nat, right? Now if you have to find out it is anagram or not. So what I will do, first I will try to sort it. I'll try to sort, if I sort this eat, T, it will be in the same order, right? With the help of that I will get to know whether it is a anagram or not. So that is the approach I will use. After that I will use a key, and I will use a dot join sorted. Let me first write and then I will explain you I. What actually I am doing, I am trying to join each word one by one. Eat, tea, 10, 8, whatever the words I am getting, right? First I am iterating it, I am trying to sort that, I am trying to join it. So that is the thing I am doing. So suppose if I will use a eat sorted, right? If I'll use the sorted and the eat, then what is the output we will get? If I'll execute this, I'll get this like this output, right? So that's why I'm using a join here. So each and every word I'm trying to sort it and I'm trying to join it and I'm trying to get the key here. Now after that I'll just try to append it. D key dot append I. Now if I'll try to show you the output, if I'll do print D dot values, let me execute. Let's see what is the output we are getting. You can see whatever anagram, right, that group together. So this is the one way of solving. So what actually we have done, with the help of the default we have created a dictionary. We have looped the all the list one by one, and what actually we are doing, we are trying to sort the each word one by one. If you sort it, you will get the output like this, but we have to club also, right? So that's why I'm using a join, and after that in a D we are just appending the key and the words. So if I'll show you the how actually it is working, print a D. If I'll do a print a D, what is happening? First, 8. What is the first word? Eat, right? After sorting, what actually it will happen? 8. After sorting, right? What will the key? Key will be the AET. And what is the actual value? Eat. So I have collected it. When it comes to the second word, when I will sort it, what I will get? 8, right? And what is the actual word? T. So I have appended here. Similarly, uh, 10, what is the word? A and T, right? After sorting it will be A and T, so it will come here in 10. Similarly 8, what will the sorted? It will come into 8, so we will append here. So like this approach we are following. Try to do a practice. It's simple only, you just have to do a practice. There are different ways, try to solve it. Hello everyone. So we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this particular video we are going to solve one of the Python coding question which was recently asked in interview. The question is like, find and print the movie with the highest average rating. So you can see they have given one dictionary like this. In this dictionary we have a movie name and also all the ratings. So user has given 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, like that the different rating they have given. Similarly for this movie and similarly for this movie. Now we had to find out the what is the average rating for each movie, and among this which is the highest average rating. We had to find and print the movie with the highest average rating. So suppose for this movie the average is this, suppose for this average is this, so whatever the highest average, right, that we had to print. So that is the question. Now how actually we can solve it? So let's try to do it. What I will do, so we have given one dictionary, right? Now in a dictionary, if you have to loop it, how actually we can loop it? For key value in, if I will write movie ratings dot items, and let me print key and the value. Let me execute. What actually I am doing, so they have given one dictionary like this, right? Movie ratings. Now what actually I am doing, I am first trying to iterate it. So in this particular dictionary I am trying to fetch the key and the value. So what is a value? This all the list is my value, and this is my movie name. So I got the, this is particular list and this is the movie name. Now what actually I want, I had to find out the average. So first let me try to calculate what is the total rating. What is the total rating means, what is the total rating for this movie. So I have to do a sum, right? So if I do total rating equal to the sum of value. What is a value? Value is nothing but a value is a list. So if I am doing a sum of list, total rating equal to the sum of a list. Now if I had to find out the average rating, then what I have to do, what is the total rating, right? What is the total rating? If I will divide by length of value. So what actually I am doing, how actually I am finding out the average rating? So whatever the list I have, first I am trying to find out the sum of the list element, and I am dividing by the length of list element. So this will give me the average rating. Now we got a, what is the average rating? Now what actually we want to store into one dictionary. So in this dictionary I want to store that what is the average rating. So how actually I can store? D key equal to the, I want to store this average rating. D key equal to the rating, average rating. Now if I'll try to print D, let me show you what actually we are getting first. Let me remove this. Let me execute. So I am trying to find out the average rating and I am trying to print D. So you can see the average rating for this is 4.4, for this it is a 4.4, for this it is a 3.2. Now suppose let me change it to 2, let me change it to 1, let me execute and let me execute again. Let's see what actually we are getting. Now you can see for this it is a 3.4, for this it is a 4.4 and for this it is a 3.2. Means we are able to find out the what is the average rating. Now our requirement is like from this whatever the dictionary we got, right, we had to find out who is the highest, which one is the highest. So this movie is the highest, right, and what is the rating, so that we had to find out. So what we will do, again I will try to iterate. So I will do iv in d dot items, for iv in d dot items, and I will try to print I and the v, print I and the v. Now what actually I am doing, so we have got this dictionary, right? Now I am looping. I is representing the movie name and V is representing the what is the average rating. So this two actually it is representing. Now what we have to do, we have to find out the highest. So for highest what I will do, I will try to calculate max 0 and I will try to make the highest rate. I am just defining one dictionary. Now here I will try to check highest rate. If my value, whatever the value, right, so suppose I am looping this, right, if value, if v is greater than max, then what I am doing, I am making the max equal to the v, and also the whatever the highest rate, right, the highest rate I am making as a I is representing my movie name, right, so that I am doing. Now if I will just print max and the highest rate, I should get the highest. Which one is the highest? Let me execute this. Oh, here space missing. Let me execute this. So you can see among this which one is the highest, 4.4, right? So you can see I am getting the final output 4.4 and this is the movie name. So like this actually we can solve. So first we have tried to find out the average rating and we have tried to store into a dictionary. Now after that, once we got this dictionary, right, to find out what is the highest, so I am declaring one max variable and highest rate, and I am checking if the value, if this value is greater than a max, then I am assigning this value as a maximum and the particular movie as a highest rate. So that's how actually I'm getting the maximum and the highest rate. Do practice. This is a simple, but you have to require a practice. Hello everyone, so we will continue our data engineer interview preparation part, and in this particular video we are going to solve two SQL question which was recently asked in interview. So they have given one table, that is a price table, and the question was find the product that always increase, means their price always increase. So you can see this is the one table they have given. Here we have a product ID, price and the price date. Now I had to find out the product that price is always increase. When I am saying that price is always increase, you can see 1st of January it was 100, then it became 120, then it became 130 for the same product. Means you can see the price has, it is keep on increasing, right? Means this product we have to find out. Now let's take the second example. Now here you can see first price was 200, then it increased, then it got decreased. Means this we do not have to consider. You can see here we have an increase also, but here we have a decrease also. Means if the increase and decrease is happening, right, that we do not have to consider. It should always increase. So that is the condition we have to take care. For P3 if you will see, it was increased then decreased, means this we do not have to consider. For P4 you can see it was increase only, 400, 400 and 420, means this also we have to consider. Means our output should be P4 and the P1 because the price is increase, right, always. Similarly for the P4 always increase, but in a P2 you can see it was increase also but it got decrease. So that is a question. It's a bit tricky, but let's try to solve. So whenever we have to compare the previous price and the current price, what actually we use? We use a lag, right? So let's try to use the same one first. So I will try to find out the what is the previous price first. So lag price over partition by product ID, order by price date from product prices table. Prices table. Now if I'll try to execute and if I'll show you what actually I am doing, I am trying to create one column. Let me give the column name as a previous price. Previous price. So based on the date, right? Based on the date, I am trying to find out what is their previous price. Order by previous price. Bracket is missing. Let me execute. With the help of the lag, we can find out what is the previous price. So you can see for the P1, this is the first price, right? There is no previous price, that's why it's becoming null. For the P1 on the second of date, right? What was the previous price? It was 100, right? So I am getting the 100. In the third, what was the previous price? It was 120, so I am getting 120. Similarly, for this 3rd of January, what was previous price? 210, right? So I am getting this. For this one, what was previous price? 200, so I am getting this. Means whatever the previous price, right? In for the date, I am getting here in the previous price column. I am trying to capture. Now, if I'll try to compare the price and the previous price, if the price is greater than the previous price, means it is increase, right? If the price is greater than previous price, means it is increase, and I will get the output. But there is one trick you have to understand here. If I will simply apply a condition where price is greater than the previous price, and if I will say that is increase, so in the P2 it will fail, because in P2 what will happen? You can see if the price is greater than the previous price, means P2 also will come, because here we have an increase, right? Where the current price is greater than the previous price. Here we have an increase, right, in this two date. But after that it got decrease also. It got decrease also. Decrease also. Means first it was increase, then it got decrease also. In this case we do not have to consider this. Means simply we cannot apply like where price is greater than previous price, because we have a multiple dates, and in multiple dates the price can increase and the decrease also. If it is keep on increasing, then only we have to consider. So that is a trick. So what I will do for that, I will apply one condition. I will let me put here select product ID. I'll apply one case condition. Uh, Case when previous price is null, then null when when price is greater than the previous price. When price is greater than previous price, then what I will make? I will make as an increase, means it has increased. Also I will make one condition when price is less than previous price, then what I will make? I will make as it has decreased, else no change, no change. I am creating one column status from city product ID, and I will make here one more column price date, price date, and the price. And let me execute this, what actually we are getting. So I am trying to create a one column status. We have missed the end here. Now let me execute. Now let's see what actually I am doing. I am trying to create one status column. This status column will tell like whether it has increased or not. So you can see these two price it will compare whether it has increased or not, it has increased. Whether it has increased or not, it has increased. Whether it has increased or not, it has increased, right? Now after that you can see it is saying that it has decreased also. Similarly this two comparison it has decreased. This two comparison it has decreased. This two comparison, because it was null, no change. and these two comparison it has increased. So I'm trying to divide the status. Now in this status, now what we have to filter? We have to filter only the product where the status is only increase. First we have to remove this null one because we want only where the price has increased, right? So let's try to write a condition. So I will try to write a one condition here, and let me try to use that. Select product ID. We want product ID only, right? From CT1. So this CT1 I am creating, and what I will write one condition, group by product ID, and let me filter one more thing where the status is not null, because we are interested where the price is increased also, right? Where status is not null and the status is not no change, because these two things we want to filter where the status is null, where status is not no change. So this one I am writing, and now what actually I want, now if I'll execute this, then what I will get? I will get only the increase and the I will get only the decrease and the increase. But what is our requirement? Our requirement is like where it should only increase. For the P2 you can see, right? It has increase and the decrease also. If it has increase and decrease both, means we do not have to consider this. It should always be increase only. So for that what I will write? I'll write one more condition, having count of distinct status. Means count of distinct status equal to the 1, means the status should only be 1, either increase or either decrease. Now how you will make sure whether it has always increased, and we can write max status equal to the increase. Now if I'll execute this, now let's see what actually we are getting. Now you can see P1 and the P4. Now in the P1 and P4 you can see in a P1 we always had an increase. In P4 also we always had an increase. In a P2, right, it was increase and the decrease also. So that we have filtered out. So we have written a condition where first we have filtered out all the null and the no change, and after that we were filtering where the status only one, means a distinct status should always one and it should be an increase. So that is the filter. So that's how actually we can solve it. Try to do a practice, it's a little bit tricky. I have one more question that is similar to that, that is a stock prices. Here we had to find out where the stock prices is always increased. So you can see for the A it has always increased, for the B it has increased and the decrease also, for the C it has decreased. Our output should be only A. So how actually you can do that? So let's try to use the same logic. I'll use a lag and the price over partition by stock ID and the price date. Sim and this will tell me the what is the previous price from stock prices. Once we got this, what I will do with CT as, we will try to write one condition, select stock ID, and I will write the condition case when previous price is null, then null when price is greater than previous price, then it means it has increased. When price is less than the previous price, then it has decreased, else no change, and we will give the name as a status from CT. So this we have done. Now after that we will write a final condition where we will only filter out the what is always increase. So I will write select stock ID from CT1 where status is not null and status is not changed, and I'm grouping and having where the distinct status should be 1 and the maximum status should always be a increase. Let's execute this. Let's see, only we should get a. You can see a where it has always increased. So like this actually we can solve. Do try to practice, it's very important question.